Greetings everyone. So today I want to talk about how you can set up a guest profile for anyone that wants to use your computer or your laptop without them disturbing your actual files or anything like that. So let's get into it right after this. Okay, so you might want somebody to use your computer, but you don't want them to get into your email, your files, or anything else on your computer that you want to be touched. So family members might come over for the weekend or just for the day. You might have guests out of town. They need to access the computer to look up some things, but you don't want them to peep into your personal stuff. So that's when you need to set up a guest account. You can set up any account. You can call it house guest, whatever you want to call it. So let's get into it right now. So the first thing you want to do is go into settings by clicking on the Windows button and going into settings. Once you get into settings, you want to click on accounts. Once you get into the user setting, you want to go to the left and you want to click on family and other users. So here's where you want to add somebody in. Now you can add a family members if it's a computer that's being used by all family members and you want everybody to have their own email account and access their own file. But if you have a guest that's going to be temporary, then you want to set up a guest account. So what you want to do is go down to other users. And then you want to click on add someone else to this PC. At this point, you want to bypass certain things. So I'm going to walk you through them right now. First, you want to skip this step. It's going to ask you to put in an email or phone number. Right below that, there's a link. Click on that link. Then when it says create an account, you also want to skip this one too, because this is going to set up a Microsoft account and that's not what you want to do. So you're going to go to the last link on this list, which says add users without Microsoft account. And here's where you want to put in whoever you're going to add to your computer. So I'm going to put house guests. I wouldn't put in a password because then you have to tell everybody what the password is. This is just going to be a standard account, so they won't be able to do anything without your permission. So we're going to skip the password. But if you really want to put a password in, that's your choice. And as you can see, it added that user in. Now, as you can see, this user only have certain rights and access. If you click on change account type, you'll see it's just a standard user. If you want this user to make some changes on your computer, which I don't recommend, then you want to change them to an administrator, which you don't want to do that because then they have the right to install stuff that you don't want them to install. So we're going to cancel out of this. I just want to show you that you have the power to make them a standard user or an administrator. Now, if you do family accounts, and then you have like mom and dad and the kids. Mom and dad might want to have an admin account. That way they can go in there and install stuff for the kids. The kids, you want them to have standard accounts because you don't want them to install anything that's going to mess up the computer. So you have that same option on the family section and you have the option on the other users. So that's how simple it is to add a guest user to your account. Always call it house guest. Don't use guest because guest is already taken by the system, so you cannot use that particular word, but you can use house guests or friends or whatever you want to use. And now whenever they need to use the computer, you just have them click on that username. They can go in and do whatever. And if you want to, you can delete this account later on. So you can add it now, delete it later, and it's going to clear out everything that that user did under that account, and it won't affect your personal account. All right, so that's what I want to show you in this video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for taking the time for watching. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.